Hello friends, welcome to my channel Beginners Linux Guide. Today I'm going to tell you about log monitoring command we need to do, like who am I, then pwd, and then host name. Now let's move on. For system monitoring part, we need to know some log directories such as var log, then boot, then cronid, then cron, mail log, secure messages, and httpd. So what log does basically, it actually whatever we are running, it is keeping the record of it so that we can get to know if any issues are coming up into the system. It will give you the dump of it. By looking at those dumps, you will get to know this problem has happened to this particular area. So that's how log is helping you out to get to know about the system, what are the issues are coming up onto the system, right? So moving on to the practical part, then we'll look into the commands one by one. So first we'll move on to the directory cd, then var, and then log. So once inside, we can run the command ll, that is long list. So you'll get all the details of the directories and all as a list. So here you can see we have one file called boot.log, and which is owned by root user and also group is root. So any other user we can log into, no, we don't have any permission for that, because this is the root permission. Next is group permission, and rest of the thing is all permission. So all are, no read or write permission. So for that, what to do now? If I go for more space boot.log, it will not give you permission to go into it because the file is owned by root. So need to become root first and then run the command. So now you're root. So again you go to cd space var and then log, and then do again ll. So you have now boot.log here. So now you go into that particular file to look at it. So for that we'll do more space boot.log and hit enter. So we don't have any such file inside of anything record inside of that particular file, so we are not getting the detail. But if something is there, you should be definitely getting that. And because it is not there, it is not showing anything. So let's try with cat. It's not also showing because nothing is there inside of it. Moving on to the next one, which is cronny, this one. So we'll go to cd, then cronny, hit enter, then do ll, pipe it with more. Anything is there? Nothing is there. So we'll go back to the previous log and then again do ll. So moving on to the next one, which is cron. You can see here, this is the cron. So if we do more, then cron, you'll find this kind of logs, because when we do cron job, scheduling, and it will get the job starting or stopping or say terminated. Those logs have been written to this particular file, it is called cron, right? So whenever you run any sort of this cron type of command, you'll get this. First you'll get the date, then you get time about it, then the host name, then the where it has been done, this is the process ID, then your command about cron which is running about this. So that's pretty much is about cron. Next one, which is dmessage. If you run this, you'll get the detail of it, what the hardware related messages you'll get from this command. We already know this. ll, then pipe it with more to read one page at a time. Or if you don't wanna run this command, then you can do cat space mesc dmesc. If you do cat, it will give you the same output. So that's how we can move around with this command. Moving on to the next one. Now doing for mail log, more space mail log. There is nothing because we are not sending emails or something like that from this system. So here what will happen, if you have this mail sending and receiving all the mail details, you'll get the log from here, so that you can get to know what are the emails sent, when sent, all this detail you'll get from this particular log. So moving on to the next one now. Now do ll once again and pipe it with more. So we have covered till mail log. Now we will move on to the next one, which will be secure. Here you can see secure, so we are moving into that one now. So do more on secure. So if you do that, you will get to know when the user or any other user is logging in, logging out, all this stuff recorded in this particular file. You'll get the user details also, like uid, user id, login time, all this detail you will get from here. If I do here tail minus f secure, whenever new entry happen to this particular secure log, it will get the newest log entry from the bottom and show it in front of you. So I'm running right now this log with tail minus f and opening another session from here, so that you will notice something. Logging in here with my user id and password. If I do correct user id and password, say I'm giving some wrong password, you see immediately one entry has come up over here. User login failed, password for this IP address is this one and port number is this one. If I give the correct password over here, you will notice another one more thing. Say I am giving correct password now. See, it has already shown here that session opened for the user ID, and which is successful, and it is open for the user to use it. So that's how this tail minus f secure command is working. Now getting out of this file, control C, and moving on to the next one, which is messages, which is very important file for the admin part. More messages. So being an administrator, you should have to spend more time on this file, because you have hardware, software, process information, or any sort of issues with the system, you will get all the info over here. So this the most of the times, most of the admin of Linux admin are coming to this particular file to look at it and logs whatever issues are having occurring into the system. So that's the most important file to look at it first. So that's how we can go through it. Let's see how many lines we have into this particular file. We'll do cat messages, then pipe it with word count minus l. How many? 363 we have, right? So these are the messages just keep on going whenever you are using the system, it will keep on going, right? Grep now, grep, then minus I to ignore the uppercase lowercase of error messages, and then to messages. As we don't have such messages, we are not getting any output on that. But if we have, it will ignore everything like uppercase or lowercase and give you the error messages over here to get to know what are the messages are come up. So that's all folks for today. We'll meet with you soon with another video with another practical session. Thank you so much for being with me till the end of the video with patience. Thank you so much for your love and support. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, comment it, and don't forget to press the bell button so that whenever I post a new video over here, you'll get the notification of it immediately. Thank you so much.